everyone, today we're gonna be playing Syberia Remastered. I did play the original game and I mean pretty much all the other games in the Syberia universe, but I was so excited when I saw this coming out, so let's just get right into it. Is this the cutscene from 2002? I think that's when the first one came out. Yeah, this is most definitely a cutscene from 2002. I wonder why they didn't make new ones. Okay, well, this was a little bit disappointing because whatever I'm seeing right now actually looks nice. It looks pretty good, but the cutscenes are old, which doesn't really make sense in the remastered version. Okay.
I really don't have the strength to take this suitcase any further. I wonder who can help me.
Okay. Inventory. You have obtained an item. You'll find all the items and documents you have collected in your inventory. Okay. This is a pamphlet. Welcome to Valadilene. Is this a diary? The diary contains your story progress, important items, and documents for review. Okay. Objectives. Okay. The hotel is quiet. There's no one at the desk. Okay. Oh, wait. The pamphlet. Actually, let's take a look at it really quickly. The world capital of mechanical toys. So we've got this pamphlet explaining. Yeah, I remember it. It gives like detailed explanations about, I think, like Warlberg family and like the way they make automatons. I like the animations. They're really nice. Well, I'm just gonna read like the first little bit. Let yourself be transported by the magnificent landscape surrounding Valadilene, a small charming town tucked away in the Alps, and by Warlberg Manufacturing, whose exceptional savoir-faire in the specialized world of luxury mechanical toys and automatons is at the root of Valadilene's reputation around the world. For 800 years, the Warlberg family has passed its knowledge from generation to generation, perfecting the art of that particular branch of clockmaking that breathes life into the complex network of cogs and spindles that make up automatons. Its creative wonders once defied belief and drew the admiration of young and old alike. People would come from across Europe for a chance to vie for the right to own one of these fantastic toys. Okay. Not gonna read the rest, it's a lot. Oh, hi there.
Hi there. Hey, hi there. What are you doing? Can I see?
No, too difficult. Momo's work very difficult.
Okay, Momo.
So, your name's Momo. I'm Kate.
Momo do like Hans. He draw.
Hans?
Don't disturb Momo. Momo work difficult.
Will you show me your drawing?
No, not finished. Go away.
I've just arrived. My case is a little heavy. Can you help me take it up to the room?
Momo's strong. Very strong.
He's a
But
kid.
no time. Momo very busy.
Okay,
I
Kate.
guess I'll let you continue working.
Trying to put responsibility onto others. Okay, we have this over here. Yeah, okay, just we can take that. I'm gonna use it. And then we press the button.
Okay, okay, I'm coming.
Hi there.
Hello there, ma'am.
During a dialogue, you will have several choices to learn more about the story. The choices with help icon indicates that the dialogues is necessary to progress. In adventure mode, this help is disabled. In adventure mode, there's different modes. Sure.
Could you possibly take my luggage up, please?
Your luggage? Why, of course. Please do excuse me, Miss Walker. We have been neglecting our duties. Guests are so rare these days that we forget our manners. So you're the American woman? Is it true what people say? That you've come to buy the factory?
Not factory. Anna's house. Han's house.
Excuse me?
Would you quiet down, you mischievous little boy? Ah. I imagine our little town must disappoint you. You see, today is very sad for us. It's a day of mourning. Today is the funeral of Miss Anna.
Momo sad, but Han's not dead. Han's long way away. Anna told Momo. Anna liked Momo very much.
That's enough, Momo. Stop pestering the lady. Now go on, scram. Get out of here, you hear? What was I saying? Oh, yes, Miss Anna. Such a great loss for Valadilene, it really is. Because now that she's dead, the factory will close. But you're here to stop that happening, aren't you? Our future is in your hands, Miss Walker.
What? Anna Vorarlberg is dead?
Yeah, it's her funeral that we saw in the cutscene.
Here's your room. I hope you like it, Miss Walker. I'll leave you to rest for the time being. You must have a lot of work to do. You know, the takeover of the factory is very good news for us here. It would make us very happy to see life return to our valley. If only you had seen Valadilene before. It was delightful. People came from all over the world to buy Vorarlberg automatons. Ah, somebody has left you some mail, I see. Remember, if you need anything at all, we're not far away, Miss Walker.
Okay. So let's look at the letter, whatever it is. Oh, it's a
I should
fax.
tell Marson about the death of Miss Vorarlberg. I hope this isn't going to get too complicated. I can't see myself staying here too long.
She doesn't even know where the story's gonna take her yet. Okay, dear Kate, our client, the Universal Toy Company, is more than eager to see conclusions from the talks with Vorarlberg Manufacturing with view to a takeover in the days to come, and we have received notification to this effect. We are counting on your undoubted qualities as a business lawyer to bring negotiations with Madame Anna Vorarlberg, the current owner, to a close. Allow me to remind you that the Universal Toy Company is a multinational which has a monopoly on the toy market. It is a Class A priority client who is also presenting Madame Vorarlberg with a golden opportunity to sell her factory. You should remind her of this fact in case she starts having last-minute second thoughts before signing the purchase agreement. I am under no doubt that you will live up to the great expectations I have in you. Oh, the phone. The phone lets you dial numbers for certain puzzles or to call your contacts at key moments in the story. When the icon turns yellow, use the phone to progress in the adventure. In adventure mode, this help is disabled. Okay, well, I guess then we got a call.
Martin and Lormont, how can I help you?
Can you put me through to Mr. Marson, please? It's Kate Walker.
Hold the line, please.
I remember this music.
Hello,
Oh,
Kate.
that was so
tell
quick.
Me, how's the case going?
I've just got to Valadilene, and there's a slight problem, Mr. Marson, I'm afraid. Mrs. Vorarlberg is dead.
Ah, that's most unfortunate. But I seem to remember we made provisions for just such a sad eventuality, and we know that there was no heir.
Yes, that's right, but...
So where's the problem, Kate? Contact the notary right away. I'll get my secretary to fax you his address and an introduction letter from the firm.
Very good, Mr. Marson.
Right, I gotta go, Kate. Keep me up to date, okay?
I just...
Okay. Okay, well, but then we have to go get the letter, I'm assuming. I think it was, like, downstairs. Didn't she run yet? I think, like, if you double-clicked, she could run. I mean, at least in the original. Not sure.
I'm back again.
Miss Walker?
Mission.
A fax didn't arrive for me, did it?
Maybe. I thought I heard the phone ring.
Do you think you might want to go and check?
Certainly, ma'am. Immediately.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
At your service.
Okay. Okay, dear Maitre Alfalter. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name properly, but this is what it says. As you are no doubt aware, our practice is charged with undertaking negotiations for the takeover of the Vorarlberg manufacturing by our clients, the Universal Toy Company. It is with great sadness that we learn of the recent death of the manager and owner of the factory, Madame Vorarlberg, with whom negotiations had started. We are under no doubt that Madame Vorarlberg left you instructions before her death, enabling the sale to be concluded. We should remind you of the significant boost the arrival of the American multinational would bring to the economy of your region. It is for this reason that I am sure you will give our representative, Miss Kate Walker, a warm welcome. Okay, so we have to bring that to the notary. But let's talk to him a little more.
Miss Walker?
Okay, well, did we introduce ourselves?
I would like a room.
Oh.
My company should have made a reservation in the name of Walker. The company is Marson and Lormont Associates. The name is Kate Walker.
Of course, Miss Walker. You are in room 6 on the next floor up.
Okay, well, we need
Thank you.
that. Help?
I think I'm going to need your help again.
Are you leaving already, Miss Walker? Should we bring down your luggage?
No, I'm not leaving yet. It's just that...
We would love to help, but just think what would happen if the telephone rang, or if a fax arrived, or if a customer came through the door. We don't have 5 minutes rest here. I'm sorry.
It's
That's
okay.
funny.
No biggie.
He was just saying how they basically get no customers around here anymore. And then all of a sudden, he's so busy.
I just love all these little mechanical robots. I've noticed there are tons of them here in Valadilene.
Be careful what you say. Vorarlberg automatons are not robots. If you want people to like you here, never ever pronounce the word robot.
Okay. What is the difference between an automaton and a robot, then?
Well, to tell you the truth, no one really knows.
That's funny.
Did you know Anna Vorarlberg yourself?
Oh, why, of course I did. I mean, well, not really. She was a very great lady. We loved her very much. May she rest in peace.
The young boy who was here earlier talked about, Hans? Who is Hans?
Momo was talking about Hans Vorarlberg, Anna's younger brother. But he died a long time ago. Nobody here even met him.
Who is the boy who was drawing here earlier? Is he your son?
Heaven forbid. No, not at all. He's not a bad boy.
Oh, where did he
No.
go?
Momo is just a little simple, that's all.
What is his connection with Anna Vorarlberg?
Momo is what you'd call the village idiot, and Anna took him under her wing. He must have reminded her of her younger brother, no doubt. And birds of a feather stick together, don't they?
You're implying that Anna Vorarlberg was a little bit slow as well?
Heaven forbid. No, no, not at all. She was a real loner. She kept to herself, that's all.
Well, in any case, he leaves these behind, which we're gonna need. So we're gonna take them all, but that's for the future. So, okay. Now we're supposed to be able to run. Yay. Good. Great. Yeah, double click to run. There is one thing about Syberia is that there's a lot of running from a location to a location. I mean, this looks beautiful. Like, it is so much better to look at this game. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's talk to this guy.
Good morning. Are you open? Can I buy something from your bakery?
No, afraid not. Not possible. We're closed.
I can wait a while.
You can wait, but we're closed all day. Day of mourning.
I'm sorry. Please accept my condolences.
Don't worry about it. Because of Madame Vorarlberg's death, all the shops are closed. Mayor's decision. Try tomorrow.
Tomorrow I won't be here. That's a pity.
Well, as I was saying, it looks so beautiful, and it's so nice to look at it in like an actual like smooth just like these smooth transitions, I guess, instead of like these frames that we had before. This looks beautiful. I love this. Okay, a gazette. Mourning the loss of the Queen of our Hearts, let us pay homage today to Anna Vorarlberg, who died peacefully yesterday at the age of 86. The great lady devoted her life to her business and our community. This formidable woman had an extraordinary energy, a force that allowed her automaton technology to develop and to make her valley continually proud. Her vitality was matched by her generosity and goodness, which has marked all of Valadilene's inhabitants. The mayor of our town has declared that today would be a day of collective mourning in honor of Madame Vorarlberg. Her funeral will take place this morning at 10 a.m. in the parish church, officiated by the town's own priest. Editorial: Anna Vorarlberg's death marks the end of an era in Valadilene. Madame Vorarlberg was an outstanding woman who presided over Vorarlberg manufacturing for more than 50 years. Her death seems to bring further loss in its wake, surrounding the death knell of our automaton factory, the economic heart of our town. It is impossible to view her passing without concern for the future of our valley. In the last decade, computers, video games, and electronic robots have become prominent in our consumer society, rendering traditional clockwork mechanism obsolete. The age of the wind-up toys is over. Such technology cannot compete in the modern economic climate and has fallen by the wayside. It would have been definitively consigned to oblivion if Vorarlberg manufacturing had not upheld its renowned saber-fair, helping Valadilene to remain economically active. However, today the industry has lost its spiritual force and the future looks bleak. Maybe the time has come to celebrate the prospective American takeover of the factory. But what will be the cost to the soul of Valadilene? Ecology. The protest group Mountain Peace demonstrated yesterday near the site of the new Speed Dam. They claim the construction of the dam has damaged the blue warbler's natural habitat. Intervention on the part of the forest ranger was necessary to disperse the demonstrators. Yeah, it is pretty much a huge loss for the entire town. Okay, I remember. We have to put the letter. And we have to... No, we have to do this. And then we have to do this. But this is also an old little cutscene. Come on. It's just such a weird transition between like this newer graphics and those older ones in the cutscenes. It looks really odd. Okay. Yeah, I remember this, but we're not gonna need it just yet. So let's just go talk to the guy
Hello,
right away.
sir.
Miss Walker, I presume. Have you had a good journey?
Everything went very smoothly. Thank you.
Do take a seat, Miss Walker, please.
I imagine you are aware of the business that brings me here.
Of course, I was waiting for you.
Okay, let's talk about the mission.
Miss Walker, I am afraid that the sale of the Vorarlberg factory is not as straightforward as it first seemed.
Whoa there. Everything was agreed. We'd obtained Anna Vorarlberg's consent, and her death does absolutely nothing to invalidate that. Now, I have to be back in New York the day after tomorrow, Metro Alphoter. My client and I are impatient to seal this deal.
I understand only too well, Miss Walker. There is an heir, Miss Walker.
Excuse me, an heir? But Madame Vorarlberg never married, as far as I know. And in my last conversation with her, she absolutely never mentioned this detail.
Miss Walker, believe me, I was more surprised than you are. Anna Vorarlberg sent me a letter 2 days before she died. Understand, Miss Walker, that had I known about this earlier, I would have informed you. I shall read you the document in my possession. I am so very old. It seems that today life is slipping away from me more quickly than I imagined, and I fear that I will not be of this world to sign the takeover contract for my dear factory. So, I must make this confession to you now. My brother Hans is still alive. It would not surprise me if you find this difficult to believe, but it is indeed the truth. You must remember his death, his funeral, too. Even though you were very young at the time, it was but a sordid charade dreamt up by our father. To him, the very idea that his only son should wish to leave Valadilene and abandon the family business was unbearable. When Hans left, he preferred to think him dead and make everybody else believe this too. He obliged me to bear this terrible secret as well. I repeat that Hans is still alive. So when I die, it is he who becomes the sole and rightful heir of our factory.
Okay, I see. If Hans Vorarlberg is not dead after all, then I just have to sign the contracts with him. I suppose you've already contacted him? Where can I reach him?
The second half of the letter informs us that Hans Vorarlberg is somewhere in Syberia. I will leave the document in your hands to read at your leisure.
Okay.
Vorarlberg had no further information to add?
Unfortunately not, Miss Walker. I have told you as much as I know. The situation, in legal terms, is now clear. If you want to conclude this sale, you have to find Hans Vorarlberg. Apparently, there is a body lying in the town cemetery. There also seems to be some ghost wandering around Syberia. It seems you have your work cut out for you. Believe me, Miss Walker, when I say that I am most sorry for this regrettable setback. Most sorry.
Great. What now, then?
Perhaps you will find out more in the Vorarlberg factory archives. You will find the key in the waiting room. My role in this affair finishes here with the reading of this letter. And now, if you'll excuse me, I must rest. You see, my health is not excellent at the moment, and my doctor forbids me from working for too long. I will not detain you for any longer, Miss Walker. Do not forget to close the door as you go out.
Well, that's it, I guess. Okay, well, let's go to the factory then. Here's the key. You can take that, and let's go. Okay. I think the factory was actually that way, if I remember correctly. That kind of scared me for a second.
Hello?
Kate?
Dan, I'm so pleased to hear your voice.
How are you, honey? Did you have a good journey? Have you settled in?
It was long, tiring, damp especially, but I'm okay. Especially when you...
Everything going as planned?
Yeah, I mean, well, not really. It's not exactly what I thought it would be. You know, everything's so different here.
Actually, while we're on the subject, I managed to free myself up tomorrow lunchtime. I'll come and meet you at the airport. I hope the flight from Paris won't be delayed. We're expected at the Goldbergs about 8 o'clock. I hope you have the time to take a shower and change, my poor honey bun.
Dan, I don't think the Goldbergs tomorrow night is really on.
Don't worry, Kate. You'll be as perfect as ever. Anyway, you never have to wear much to look really great.
Dan, I'm going to have to extend my stay here. There's 1 or 2 complications. You understand?
Kate, honey, what are you talking about? It's only a measly toy factory.
The sale isn't going through as expected. I've got to stay a bit longer. Dan, you don't mind, do you?
But Katie, you can't do this to me. I mean, it's the Goldberg contracts. There's millions of dollars on the line here.
I know, I'm sorry. You go ahead. Don't worry about me. I'll get back as soon as I can, I promise. Okay, I've got to go. I'll call you back soon. Love you, honey.
That's a little weird. I mean, I understand it's important, but like, can't he just go by himself? I mean, he's got his job, she has her job. It's, you know, things happen. She has to stay longer. Like, what is she supposed to do about it? Okay, let's use the key. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, I remember there's like 4 different directions we can go to. So I'm wondering which one should I go to first? Oh, okay, what are you doing? Like, just circling around? Okay, let's go this way, actually. I think it's the house, right? Yeah. But it's locked.
The door's locked, but I've still got to get in there.
Hey, Kate, let's go. This way? Yeah, this is the ladder, but it's not gonna work, right? We need a key or something. Oh, I love this location. I remember how but this is the key, isn't it, right? Yeah, the key is just here as well. I remember how I really wanted this location to be actually playable, and that you would actually have to go and search for the key inside. That would have been such a great idea, and I actually kind of hoped they would add this to the remastered version, but they didn't. That's upsetting. I mean, it has so much potential. It's kind of upsetting that they kept it as is. Okay, well, let's talk to this lady over here.
Good morning. You've got a magnificent garden here.
Oh, please, don't talk about it. Since my gardener automaton broke down, there are weeds everywhere. You can't imagine how much work it takes me. I don't know whether I'm coming or going. We're not used to doing without our robot help here in Valadilene. But everybody says that we're going to have to get used to it.
Unfortunately, I guess so. Okay, we can't talk to her anymore, so... We got the key, so let's get up there. Okay. That's it? Oh. You just have to wait. Oh, okay, so just like that. Okay. Okay. We have the ink, right? Yeah, that's good. We're gonna need that. And this is Anna's diary. Okay, so I'm just gonna give you a heads up. This is a pretty long diary. There is 18 pages, and it's probably gonna take like around 20 minutes to read all of it. I will do that. However, if you guys do not want to listen to it, you can skip to whatever time code I'll give you guys to just continue on with the playthrough. May 14th, 1930. Yesterday, something terrible happened. I do not know who to turn to, who to talk to, so I have decided to write it down. You, dear diary, are now my confidant and sole guardian of my secret thoughts. Hans lies in the next room, teetering between life and death, and I am terrified. Oh, the injustice of life. First Mama, then Hans. Please, dear Lord, don't take my little brother away as well. May 15th. Hans made me promise to keep this a secret, but its burden is too heavy. I know I can tell you though, dear diary. We discovered a cave in the mountains, a marvelous cavern with ancient paintings on the walls. Only prehistoric man could have painted them because there were depictions of mammoths, which are prehistoric creatures as well, that much I know. I hate mammoths now. It's all because of them and because of that stupid prehistoric children's toy. Why, Hans? Why did you try and take it? And why did I let you climb up there? It's my fault. You are in a coma now. Hans, if you die, I do not know how I could ever forgive myself. May 16th. Hans has still not regained consciousness. Father cannot sleep and Gertrude cries all day long. Outside the heat is suffocating, but inside the house is icy cold and dismal. I still have hope though. I know my brother, I know his strengths, he will pull through, he never gives in. May 17th. I cannot think of anything else but Hans. In all my waking and sleeping dreams, I see his fall over and over. I see his head hitting the rock and his oh so pale face softening. I have taken refuge in the attic. It is the only place where I find peace, wrapped up in all my memories. May 18th. 5 days have passed since the accident and Hans has still not opened his eyes. To see him like this is unbearable. Please God, protect him. Take my life, not his. May 20th, it has happened. Hans has come back to life. He opened his eyes and uttered my name. My name. Do you realize this is the happiest day of my life? I want to take to the streets and sing to proclaim my joy to the world. Thank you. Oh, thank you, God. May 20. This is a typo. May 22nd. How wonderful, how beautiful life is. Gertrude and I cannot stop breaking into uncontrollable fits of giggles. Hans even wolfed down his meal today. I knew he was tough, my little brother. Even Father smiled at me today when he said good morning. May 25th. I don't know whether I'm coming or going. I am totally absorbed in Hans' recovery. I have scarcely 5 minutes to myself to return to my refuge and scribble down these words. May 29th. It is very curious. Whether Hans is hungry, thirsty, or if he wants something, he cannot stop saying my name. He can't bear it even when I leave him for an instant. Gertrude thinks that I should move my bed into his room to help him sleep better. I hope that Father will agree. June 2nd. Today was the first day that Hans has left the house. We went for a short walk in the garden, but Hans is still very weak. The doctor said we should be patient and shouldn't rush him. It is so hard though. I hope so much that life can return to how it once was. June 20th. Hans has been out of his coma for a month now. He still doesn't say much and has difficulty moving. He sits motionless for long periods of time, his eyes wide open as though lost in thought. I have often had to call his name several times before he reacts. Then he will smile, and when he does, the moment is magic for me, and I couldn't possibly be happier. Another typo. June 22nd. Oh. I had to talk to him. The burden was too great. I asked Hans about the accident in the cave to find out what he could remember. He could utter only one word, mammoth. And his eyes glowed so strangely when he said it, then he frightened me. September 15th. Okay, it's been a couple of months now. I go back to school today, and for the first time in my life, I am dreading it. I'm afraid of leaving Hans alone. Despite Gertrude's kindness and attention, I have the impression that Hans is much less nervous when I'm there. October 20th. While I was doing my homework yesterday evening, Hans crept up on me so quietly that he made me jump. He took a pencil and a blank sheet of paper, and curiously he started drawing. It is the first time since his accident he has done anything but daydream. October 28th. Hans scribbles almost obsessively. It is all he will do all day long. I feel it annoys father. Nobody else understands, but I can see that Hans is trying to draw Mammoth. November 16th. Today is my birthday and Gertrude has made me an apple pie, my favorite. But father has not returned home for lunch and Hans doesn't want to leave his room. The best present I could ever have is to see Hans back on the way to recovery. December 25th. Snow is falling. It is so beautiful. January 10th, 1931. The doctor visited to examine Hans. He seems happy that my little brother has fully recovered his faculties. It truly is a miracle. I don't understand why he doesn't talk more though. Why isn't he livelier like he was before? February 9th. It is Hans' birthday. Today he's 11 years old. I have the strangest of the impressions that actually he has lost 5 years rather than gained 1 more. February 24th. The doctor has just left. I saw him whispering with father. Their serious expressions worried me awfully. What could they be hiding from me? I'm grown up now. At the age of 15, you can understand everything. I am too scared to ask father what is happening. March 15th. I have been thinking, and it seems to me that Hans' attitude isn't normal. The shock of the fall must have had much more serious effect than we first imagined. Hans, my dear brother, what is happening to you? April 4th. I have discovered the truth. Hans is stunted, physically and mentally. I eavesdropped a conversation between the doctor, father, and Gertrude. Gertrude buried her tear-filled eyes in her apron, and father muttered the word, I'm not going to be saying this word, under his breath. How could he say such a thing? April 13th. It is Easter, and we are on school holidays. This means I can spend all day with Hans and protect him from father's permanent dark moods. He cannot accept the fact that Hans, his only son, will stay in this state forever. April 14th. It is truly difficult to accept, but it is not Hans' fault. Mine, maybe, but not Hans. I don't know how to make father understand. He seems full of hatred for him. It is dreadful. I feel so powerless. May 14th. 1 year. 1 year has gone by, and it feels like an eternity. The situation shows no sign of improvement, neither in terms of Hans' mental health or father's attitude. May 30th. Extraordinary. Father has decided to take Hans to Paris for new tests. He says that only in the French capital will he find truly competent doctors. We must make Hans ready for the great expedition. June 6th. No news from father and Hans, but I remain hopeful. I'm sure they will take good care of my little brother. July 15th. They have returned. Hans rushed into my arms and started crying. It took me a long time to calm him down and get him to sleep. Father is still as taciturn? Not sure what this word is. As he was before he left. The diagnosis. Hans will remain physically and mentally impaired. I am stunned. August 28th. The summer is coming to a close. It has been less stifling than the last. The sun has put color on Hans' cheeks. When I look at him, I have difficulty imagining that he will not change. November 16th. Father still says nothing and increasingly shuts himself away in his office at the factory. Christmas. Gertrude tells me that love and faith triumph over any silence. I lack neither. God praised. January 12th, 1932. Father took Hans to the factory this morning. Hans was so afraid that I accompanied him. Fortunately, father said nothing. I failed to understand why he insisted on bringing him there. January 13th. Father left for the factory with Hans once again this morning. I think he wants to persuade Hans that he could be useful for something. It is his way of resisting fate. February 17th. For a month now, every morning, Hans has gone to work with father at the factory. I'm not exactly sure what he does there. there, another typo. B, he seems to, but he seems to enjoy it, another typo. I feel my brother's behavior has changed considerably. He is much less capricious. April 14th. I could cry. Hans has made me a present. A small robot mammoth with a trunk that raises and falls. When father saw it, he nodded his head in satisfaction. May 20th. Both Gertrude and father now have their own robot mammoth. Theirs is even more intricate and finely tuned. Little brother is not such a... this word after all. October 15th. Hans mammoths now walk, raise their trunks, and wag their tails. It's incredible. December 22nd, another typo by the way. I met the head of the factory workshop, Mr. Grips, this morning. He says that for a young lad of 12, Hans is very gifted. It is a shame he only makes elephants. February 11th, 1933. Father and Hans were locked in a long discussion yesterday, or should I say, Hans was locked in one of Father's long monologues, as it is inconceivable that Hans should go to school like other children. Father wants to take him, another typo, on as a worker at the factory. However, Hans will have to, another typo, will have to stop making his own little devices. Hans silenced his half-gaping mouth and staring eyes, finally sent Father off in a rage. February 12th. I tried to broach the subject with Hans. I suggested he should obey Father. Learning a craft at the factory is his one chance to do something constructive with his life. He is so gifted and takes so much pleasure in making automatons. He did look like he wasn't listening to me, but I know he'll think about what I said. February 20th. It's not that Hans cannot speak, it's rather that he doesn't want to speak. He uses the least possible words for communication, except with me, but he's still very economical with words. May 15th. Incredible. Hans was not just satisfied with learning how the assembly line works. Instead, he has completely redesigned it. Father and Monsieur Grips are taking serious look at his plans. July 10th. Father has wanted to talk to me about my future since I passed my exams. He wants to send me to university because he says my intelligence is astonishing. My heart was beating so loud. It is true, I do love studying, but I couldn't bear to be away from Hans. September 2nd. What a ghastly summer. I have been permanently torn between my desire to go, another typo. It feels like the further we go, the more typos there are. To go to university and my refusal to leave my brother. I talked about it with Hans, but he said nothing. That same evening, I found my own little mammoth broken. October 9th. Hans had another fit of hysterics at dinner again. Father announced that Hans' new assembly line would soon be finished. However, they have removed the automaton pairs that shout orders as they were deemed superfluous. Whatever this word is. Hans was livid. He hurled his soup dish to the ground and stormed off to his bedroom. What will happen between the both of them when I'm not here? October 17th. Despite my scruples, I am finally leaving. Hans has not talked to me for a week. Father would not understand if I told him why I wanted to stay. My heart is heavy. Christmas. It is so strange to be home. I had never left home for such a long time before. Once we were alone, Hans did not stop talking. Words just leaped from his mouth. Now we laughed at his excitement. He presented me with a delightful little ballerina to replace the mammoth, he told me. I was so touched that I started crying. Distance has done nothing to harm the strong bond between us. September 10th, 1937. Oh yeah, it's been what, 4 years now? It is so strange to pick up this diary once more. At first my impulse was to tear it up, but I resisted and instead succumbed to my second desire, which was to write for a while. I am alone in my attic once more. I have been home for 2 months now, and after a summer spent living with the intense joy of being reunited with my brother, Hans has returned to the factory. Father has aged so, and Gertrude's arthritis causes her terrible pain. September 13th. All in all, these 4 years have been kind to Father and Hans. Their relationship is less tense. They still do not exchange much conversation, but they now have a thing in common: the factory. I'm even beginning to feel a bit jealous. Silly, really. September 17th. Hans hasn't changed. To help Gertrude, he has designed a totally automated kitchen, and Gertrude can't stop moaning at the wooden puppets. Oh, how I adore them. October 9th. I went to go and see Father and Hans at work. I haven't been to the factory for ages. It is strange how much it has changed. I was very curious to see them set about their tasks. I like Father's new office very much. Hans has a small workshop on the first floor, crammed with odds and ends, unfinished robots, and designs exactly as I imagined it in fact. October 15th, 1937. The factory is working very well. Orders for toys keep coming in, spurred on by the run-up to Christmas. When I was at the university and I said my name was Warlberg, people would ask me if I had any relation to the Valadilene factory. Now I know the effect that Hans' genius has had on the factory's renown. November 2nd. To make myself useful, I started helping Father set his papers in order. The most extraordinary thing of all is that for the first time ever, I have the impression that the three of us form a real family. December 8th. Hans never ceases to surprise me. Between home and the factory, his behavior is so very different. In his workshop, he is serious, concentrated, a proper young man who keeps his eye on everything going on, constantly on the move and in control. One has the impression that each single toy is his very own infant. At home, he turns back into a child once more and is either moody or a happy-go-lucky buffoon. Christmas. The most wonderful Christmas of my whole life. Hans and I could not stop giggling like children beneath Father's disapproving glare. I know that he was only pretending really. Our hearts are so full of hope. January 5th, 1938. Hans came to see me in my bedroom yesterday evening. I felt terribly awkward, terribly ill at ease. I might have guessed. Hans wanted to leave. Leave Valadilene, the house, and the factory. He wants to go traveling. He doesn't know where to or for how long. That's just like him. I was so shocked that I told him his plans were foolish. He left my room without a word. His head bowed. January 7th. I thought that he wanted to leave because of Father. Not at all. It's because of the mammoth. He wanted to go tracking mammoth. I thought he had gotten over his obsession. I know my brother only too well. I wouldn't dream of telling him his quest is useless. It isn't worth it. He will not listen to reason. January 10th. I was so selfish the other evening. I returned to talk to Hans and asked him gently if he was sure of his decision. I already know what the reply is going to be. Nothing will make him change his mind. January 19th. Despite my profound sadness and despair, I must help Hans fulfill the destiny he has chosen and announce the news to Father. I feared the worst. January 24th. The worst was worse than my fears. Father's anger was terrifying. He shut Hans away in his workshop at the factory and has forbidden all visitors except from Gertrude, who feeds him. That's insane. Did he literally shut him in the factory? Not letting him leave? February 1st. Father has decided that Hans should remain locked up for as long as it takes him to abandon his infantile decision. Gertrude tells me that Hans is very despondent yet highly resolute. The worry is driving me mad. That's crazy, honestly. February 6th. As soon as Gertrude returns from the factory, I hasten to get news from my little brother. He doesn't say anything, he just fiddles with bits and pieces. She replies, "Every day with a sigh. I have tried desperately to reason with my father, but I know I'm just wasting my breath." February 9th. In secret, Gertrude delivered to me a small robot from Hans. It is a robot of us as children. It works with a small cylinder punched with tiny holes. I quivered with emotion as I turned the key. The message it gave was simple. He was telling me he loved me very, very much. February 21st. Gertrude gave me a different tiny cylinder for today's toy. Hans is truly incredible. He has found a means of communicating between us and us alone in total secret. February 27th. My days are spent eagerly awaiting Hans' messages. He has now resolved to run away. He's preparing his escape like if it was a game. March 6th. Gertrude has returned and she is beside herself. Hans has disappeared. Father has not even deigned to return to the workshop where he locked up his son, nor find out how he managed to escape. He just gave me a black look as if he knew we were up to something behind his back. March 7th. It is beginning to dawn on me that Hans has gone. Hans has gone? I'm not sure if that's correct. I miss him so much. Lord, please protect my little brother and watch over him for me. March 11th. With Hans gone, Father now locks himself away night and day at the factory. The house is so gloomy now. March 12th. This morning I caught Father in the drawing room installing a coffin on a trestle. The sight of it made my blood freeze. What on earth is he up to? My questions meet only with stony silence and a permanent black countenance. March 13th. Behind closed curtains, the drawing room with the coffin surrounded by huge candles has become a veritable funeral chamber. March 14th. This is ghastly. I have just understood what Father is up to. This morning, the priest came to pray before the coffin, and I finally caught on. Father is in mourning for the death of Hans. Father made the priest believe that his son was dead. How could he do such a thing? March 16th. In the madness occasioned by his grief, my father grows ever more cold and calculating. He contacted his old friend, Dr. Schmoll, who dully drew up a bona fide death certificate, without even seeing the body. I dare not imagine what yarn he spun. March 17th. Hans' funeral will be officially held next Sunday. Father strictly forbade me to attend. This sordid masquerade makes me feel ill. But I cannot denounce this subterfuge, or else I will display my father's mental instability to the world. The shame would kill him. That much is certain. March 23rd, another typo. I have to get away. Far, far away. April 23rd, 1938. No, I will not leave. I have thought long and hard. My life is here, next to my father. He needs me too much now. The factory needs me because Father is incapable of running it now. Besides, I can only find peace of mind among Hans' robots. And how shall I know when he has sent me new ones if I am not at home to receive them? No, I shall not leave. My destiny is to remain here and keep watch. Okay, guys, that is it for the diary. This was a lot, but I think it was important to the story, so I'm glad I read it. Okay. What else can we find here? Oh, there's something in tract. Is it a light? Yeah.
Mammoth. You draw mammoth for Momo?
Oh, Momo, it's you. You scared me.
Hey, let's talk to Momo.
What are you doing in here?
Momo want mammoth picture, like Hans' picture.
Sorry, I haven't got a picture of a mammoth with me.
Take paper and pencil and draw mammoth for Momo.
We gotta draw. Okay.
You don't give up easily, do you?
Okay, I do remember how to do it. So we have to go this way. Actually, like, here, in the remastered version, this seems so much easier because in the original, I don't think it was that obvious, but whatever. Oh. Okay, here we go. A drawing paper. There you go, Momo.
Thank you. Momo happy. Now follow Momo. Momo show his secret to Kate.
Okay, I think I know where we're going now. Okay, so it was this way. I think it's he went to an exit from the factory actually. Which way was it? This way? Oh, yeah, this way. And then come on, Kate. Keep running. This way. Okay, there we go. Let's go. Faster, Kate. Wow. This looks amazing. Honestly, I am quite amazed by the way that the game looks. Obviously, it's not like the best graphics that I have ever seen, but it is beautiful. And it's so nice to see the world of Syberia actually, I guess, like, nicely animated. Okay. Okay, so now she just takes it just like that. In the original Syberia, Kate would not want to take it because it was actually like in the water, but it was almost like it was like literally just over here. It was not even fully submerged in the water. And she said that she's actually not gonna take it because it's all gross and dirty or something like that. So what she did, she asked Momo to do it, which is like insane. So like you don't want to do it yourself, but you're gonna go ask Momo to do it. So I'm actually glad they got rid of that. That didn't make any sense in the original. It was kind of odd too.
There you are, Momo. This is some walk you've taken me on. I've got to say, though, it sure is mighty pretty.
It is really
Momo
pretty
come
here.
here often. Momo like make splashing water.
Okay, let's talk about some things.
Tell me, Momo, do you really think that after all these years, Anna's brother is still alive?
Anna always say hands go away, but hands come back maybe.
You are a strange one, Momo. I'm beginning to see why Anna Vorarlberg liked you.
Momo, Momo look like Hans. Momo very proud.
It must be fascinating to live in a village full of automatons.
Automatons made by hands. Difficult work. When Momo big, he do like Hans. Momo friend of automatons.
Okay, let's talk about Anna and then we'll talk about the
Tell me,
mission.
Momo, did you come here a lot with Anna?
Mm-hmm. Anna like Momo. Anna like Hans. Anna on journey.
Why have you brought me here?
Mammoth doll in cave. Very important for Hans, Anna say.
Cave? What cave? Where?
Momo not liar.
Yeah, so...
Momo, I've got to go now. But see you later, maybe.
Yeah, so we have to go this way. But I think she's gonna... Yeah, she's not gonna want to go because of the water. So, what we have to do is go here and just... Well, we're gonna use this. And that's gonna break, so we're gonna use this. And now there's no more water, and we can go and find the toy. It is so pretty. I just can't. Oh wow, I love the lighting. Like, I like how the light is I don't know, I think it plays a huge role in here. It looks really beautiful. Like, plays a huge role in like creating the atmosphere, I'm just gonna say. And I think it should be somewhere... Where is it? Oh, over there. There it is. The toy that started everything. Oh?
Hello?
Kate? Is that you?
Well, yeah, who did you think it was?
I didn't recognize your voice, that's all. Must be the distance or something. So, spill the beans. What's Europe like? You lucky lady, you. Honestly, I never get that kind of break.
Well, so far all I've seen of Europe is this tiny village, and frankly, they're not very hospitable. The whole case is getting really complicated. There's this surprise heir I've got to find.
I know. I talked to Lynn, who bumped into Joss, and she had coffee with the head honcho this morning. He didn't sound at all happy. The client's meeting him tomorrow, and when Marson tells him that the sale's not even gone through yet, whoa, you're gonna be pleased you're on the other side of the ocean when that bomb goes off.
Yeah, I get the picture. But so, how about yourself? What's up at work?
We lost the Farah Lou trial. I worked 5 months on that dumb case.
I remember.
So, for a bit of therapy, I went to Boomy's. The sale started yesterday.
Wow, lucky.
It was absolutely crazy, Katie. Absolute mayhem. You know that blue silk top I wanted? Guess how much I got it for?
I don't know, 250, 200?
$140. Just get yourself faster and I'll go down with you.
Like it's my choice. Look, I gotta go.
Call me soon, huh? I want a blow-by-blow account of every moment of your great adventure.
Get out of here. Look after yourself.
You too.
That's insane. Even on the sale, the price is still crazy. Like, even today, it's expensive. Back then, what are those prices? Okay, wait, Momo was actually that way. I don't know if we're supposed to talk to him still, or if we're good to go. Oh, okay. Okay, well then, Momo's not here, so I guess we finished with this quest. And I think this is a good place to stop for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments. I will see you all next time.